We're in the kitchen with Across the Fence, where we're sailing into summer with some of our favorite warm weather recipes for picnics and family outings. And one of you lucky viewers can win a boat ride on the beautiful Paradise Bay in South Hero with Lynn Jarvis, who will provide an onboard picnic. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. With me for some tasty recipes for our summer fun are our chefs Carolyn Peak from Williamstown, and along with Deb Plumley and Lynn Jarvis, of course, from South Hero. It's good to see all of you again. Now, we have a lot of great recipes to share, but before we get to the food, we want to announce the two lucky winners of last month's free drawing for the Marlene Koch Cookbook. You see Lynn O'Brien, an employee at the South Hero Post Office, who drew the two winning envelopes, and our winners are both loyal viewers. Congratulations to Nancy Harrison from White River Junction and to Charlie Farnsworth from Witherby, New York. Nancy and Charlie will be receiving their cookbooks by mail. We once again congratulate them and thank all of you who entered the free drawing. Well, we've waited long enough for the picnic and outdoor eating season this year, so Deb, let's get things started.
Well, it's always fun to be here, and we have some wonderful summertime recipes to share today and celebrate the season using lots of fresh local produce. I want to start with these sweet and sour hot dogs and kielbasa. And I'm going to spoon some of them out here so the viewers can see just how yummy these are. This recipe comes to us from Liz Pecor of Moncton. You slice kielbasa, brown it with onions in your skillet. You put it together with a tasty sauce of barbecue sauce, ketchup, a little bit of tomato paste. I use some seasonings such as garlic, brown sugar, cider vinegar. You just let it all simmer together until the hot dogs and the kielbasa are nice and puffy. And the longer it sits in the sauce, the more yummy it's going to be. This recipe does make a huge amount. It's great for a crowd. If you want to reduce the amount of meat, such as I did for today, you could use just a package of hot dogs and 1 or 2 pieces of kielbasa. So thank you, Liz, for sharing this great recipe. I'm sure it's going to be a new favorite at our summer get-togethers. Now, it wouldn't be summer without BLTs, and this BLT pizza is a twist on an old-time favorite sandwich. I took Italian bread, sliced it lengthwise, brushed it with some olive oil, and then I added some goat cheese and some shredded cheddar cheese. I toasted that until the cheese had melted, and then you top it with shredded romaine lettuce, some chopped tomatoes, red onions, and of course, crumbled bacon. Then you slice it and serve it. Great twist on an old favorite of BLT pizza. Now, for many of you in your gardens, and I'm just going to move this forward so everyone can see it, you sometimes have a zucchini that gets a little bit out of hand. So here's a great use for a slightly larger zucchini, grilled ratatouille boats. I used a melon baller to scoop out the zucchini flesh. You reserve it. You cook it together with some eggplant, chopped tomatoes, onions, and some seasonings such as parsley. Then you stuff your zucchini shells. I added shredded cheddar cheese and some goat cheese, and you let that heat through until the cheese is melted. And this is something super easy you could do either in the oven or on your grill. So these are grilled ratatouille boats, and I'm sure they're going to be a nice addition to your barbecue. Now we need to move on to desserts. Now, rhubarb is a summertime staple in my house, and I want to thank Eloise Hedborn, I want to hold it up here, of South Hero, for sharing her Swedish rhubarb dessert. You take a cake batter that's super simple to make, put it in a deep pan, add diced rhubarb on top of it, and you make a simple sugar syrup that you pour over the top. And you can see as it bakes, it makes a lovely caramel crust. So yummy and moist. I like it served with a little dollop of whipped cream, and you can serve it either warm or slightly chilled. Your preference on that. So this is our Swedish rhubarb dessert that comes from Eloise Hedborn of South Hero. Now, it would not be summer without s'mores. And this brownie s'more trifle has all the flavors of s'mores without the campfire. You crumble brownies, put them in the bottom of your trifle dish, add a layer of chocolate pudding, some crumbled graham crackers, and then a mixture of marshmallow fluff and whipped topping. You repeat that twice. Put it in the refrigerator to chill. You want to chill it at least 2 or 3 hours before serving. Top with some additional chocolate pieces, marshmallows, and graham cracker bits. Bring this to a crowd and watch it disappear. So I hope you all have fun trying some of these great summer recipes. And Carolyn, everything you brought today smells and looks so good.
Good. I'm going to let you talk about mine, and I'm going to take this
the trifle and
yes,
go.
Yes, I see plenty of chocolate there, so that one's got me.
It's perfect. Thank you.
Well, I have some recipes that are quick and simple and get you out of the kitchen in a hurry. I am going to start with bread machine dinner rolls. Now these are, if you have a bread machine, you've got it made, because you just put everything into the bread machine, let it do the work. When it's done on the dough setting, you take it out, make the rolls, make little balls of dough, put it into the pan. You could do it in a 9x13 pan, which is what I did for these, or you could put them into little individual muffin tins to make little fancy ones. Whatever you want to do, however you want to have them turn out. But this is a real easy way to get some rolls made. Next, I have a fresh macaroni salad, and this one is kind of nice because it's got a lot of vegetables in it. It's got tomatoes and celery and onions and all sorts of things like that, and then it has a dressing made of mayonnaise and dry mustard, some sugar, cider vinegar, and sour cream, and you just make up that dressing, put it over the cooked macaroni and the vegetable things, and you've got a really nice macaroni salad to start off your meal with. Now, as I said, I like to not get stuck in the kitchen. So I found this recipe for slow cooker barbecued beans and Polish sausage. You put black beans and Great Northern beans into your slow cooker. You put in, now I used Italian sausage, you can use Polish sausage, you could use whatever you liked really. Put it into my slow cooker and just walked away and let the cooker do all the work. So, and my husband even snitched one of the sausages when I wasn't looking. But that's a nice picnic type thing you could take and have a really good beans and sausages meal with that. My viewer recipe today comes, whoops, that goes over here. Turn this around. Comes from, oh my, I cut her name off the paper. My apologies. You'll recognize it when you see your fluffy fruit salad on the show. And this is very easy. 2 cans of pineapple tidbits, a can of whole cranberry sauce. I've never thought of putting cranberry sauce into a fruit salad, but it's good. 2 cans of mandarin oranges and some chopped walnuts, and then you mix it with a low-fat whipped topping, and you've got a nice, pretty salad ready to go for any situation, picnics, family get-togethers. I talked with a lady yesterday who said she'd been to a family get-together, but not very many people came. They only had 75, and I said, only 75? Yeah, usually we have 150. How about fixing meals for that? Lastly, I have a slow cooker sweet cornbread blackberry cobbler, and I made that especially for Lynn because I know he likes cornbread.
Yeah, I do.
Again, it's made in the slow cooker. You put your blackberries in the bottom. You make a cornbread topping and put it on. Let it cook. And I'm going to put a little bit of whipped cream on top, and I'll bet Lynn will steal that and make me talk about his recipes. So there we go.
Thank you very much, Carolyn.
You're
And
welcome.
I'm going to put this aside so nobody will get it.
Okay, that works.
Before I show my recipes today, I want to mention that tomorrow at noon here on Across the Fence, you can join me for a visit to the Kingdom of Bhutan. It's a small country located between India and China, and for 15 years up in the Grand Isle County schools, they've had an art and cultural exchange with students in that faraway land. It was an amazing journey, and despite all the differences between here and there, the appreciation of art and the bonds of friendship are pretty much the same. That's tomorrow at noon, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy that. Now, I'm going to begin with a recipe that's great for this time of year. I'm looking forward to recipes on the porch, on the patio, and at the picnic table. And this is my lasagna in a bun. It's always a hit. You cut the hoagie buns into a V-shaped wedge like you see here. Then you cook up some hamburger with some spaghetti sauce. And while it's simmering, combine the cheeses in a bowl. And when the meat is ready, you spoon the cheese right over the top and bake these for about 350 for about 20 minutes. They're a real treat and a nice change from the traditional hot dog and hamburger. Now, the perfect complement to this is this coleslaw. It's a coleslaw with a maple cider dressing. The recipe comes from Donna Barkham of Colchester, and it's made very easily. Along with the cabbage, there's carrots in here, red pepper, onions, and the dressing is made by combining oil, maple syrup, and cider vinegar, all giving you that little bit of a flavor of Vermont. Now, I prefer my slaw more finely chopped in the KFC style, but you can make it in the traditional way. There's no mayo in here, so if you're on a diet or don't care for mayo, you will really like this one. Now, this next recipe is a first prize winner at the Champlain Valley Fair, and it comes from Ken Lick up in Jericho, and it's his bacon with deviled egg, and it's easy to make. All you do is
Thank you, Lynn.
I
can't wait.
Okay, Judy is enjoying the second deviled egg that's missing here. But anyway, you mix the yolk with some mustard and then ranch dressing, and you sprinkle the bacon over the top, as you can see, and it's really easy, delicious, and I'll definitely serve this when we're on that boat ride up on Paradise Bay, and good luck to one of you lucky winners. Now, my next recipe comes from a publication. It's by Anna Wilson, and she was an extension nutritionist at least 50 years ago, and it's for her publication called Outdoor Cooking. And I looked through it, and I had a hard time choosing which one I wanted because there were so many good ones in here. But I finally decided on this one. It's called Hot Dog and Cheese Salad Filling. And I liked it because it was easy to make. The flavor combinations were good. It's a little bit different. What you do is melt cheese in a double boiler or in the microwave, add chopped hot dogs, mustard and relish, and then stir it up, and it's all ready to go, and serve it with crackers or bread. It's a real antique recipe, and I hope you'll give it a try. Now, you longtime viewers of Across the Fence will remember Shirley Mercia. She lives in Williston now. And she was our secretary for many years and appeared on many of our cooking shows. And we went to the vaults of time, and this is Shirley's recipe for tomato accordion and tuna salad. All you do is slice your tomatoes and stick a piece of boiled egg in the slits, put some tuna in the middle, and you're all set to go. And we wish Shirley and Len a happy 4th of July. And speaking of the 4th of July, hard to believe it's tomorrow, but this is my American Berry no-bake cheesecake. First, the base is made with cream cheese, sugar, and lemon. Over that, you put a low-fat topping, decorate with strawberries and blueberries, as you can see. And then all you do is put it in a graham cracker crust. Judy, a real treat, a patriotic ending for any meal.
It's fantastic. Thanks a lot. Well, as always, we have a couple of different ways that you can get all of these recipes and enter for our free drawing for the boat ride and lunch with Lynn. on Paradise Bay in South Hero. Get the recipes online from the Across the Fence website. Go to uvm.edu/extension and click on the link to Across the Fence. You'll find the recipes on the left-hand side of the web page. To get the recipes by mail, send $2 in a stamped self-addressed business-size envelope to Summer Recipes, Box 188, South Hero, Vermont 05486. Please remember to include $2 in a stamped self-addressed business-size envelope. We'll use the envelope as your entry for the drawing for the boat ride. Now, if you're not ordering the recipes by mail, just send along your name, address, and phone number, the address on the screen, and that will enter you in the free drawing. Good luck to all of you, and please join us for our next In the Kitchen program on August 7th. Our theme will be locally grown. And thanks, of course, to our chefs, and of course, I'll take another one of these. Happy 4th of July from Across the Fence.